Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of the Cub Scout Network. I'm Mr. Richard.
And I'm Mr. Chris. We're really glad you could join with us today. We're looking forward to a great week of Cub Scouting, and we want to get right into it. So we got a lot of new scouts coming up, and a lot of new scouts have joined. And Mr. Richard, what about camping? What are some tips?
Yes, I know a lot of people are getting excited and ready to go to Cub Halloween or their Fast Packs first camp out. So we have some great tips and tricks for the first-time campers in either your unit or for you yourself. So our first one is, this is my favorite one. When you get a new tent, you get new gear, make sure you set it up at home. You have to get practice, because we all know when we get to that campsite at night, it's going to be a little dark, everything's going to be hectic, and if you don't know anything about setting up a brand new tent, they're all a little different. So make sure you practice setting up that tent.
And you want to make sure you also practice and double check your packing list. I know that sounds weird to say practice your packing list, but seriously, double check your packing list, because the smallest things sometimes are the most important things you need when it comes to camping. So.
Yeah, and speaking of things you need, the most important one, investments. People always ask, what should I invest in when I'm first getting camping? The number one thing is invest in a good sleeping pad.
Absolutely.
Because a sleeping pad can make or break your camp out and how much sleep you get. So make sure you invest in a good sleeping pad. And
you also want to plan ahead on your meals that you're going to be using when you're camping. We all think we're really good cooks. I will tell you I am not. My wife will say that too. But you want to make sure what you cook at your house is probably not going to be the same thing you're going to be able to cook when you're camping with your Cub Scout pack or your den. So make sure you're actually ready for that, and think about easy meals. It's a lot easier to make spaghetti than it is to make some sort of 7-course thing that I wouldn't know how to do. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I am a good cook, but I still take it easy on campouts, because you don't want to go too crazy and have to clean up all those dishes while you're out in the camp out site. So the last one we have is make sure you have all your adults take BALOO training. If you don't know what BALOO is, it's Basic Adult Leader Outdoor Orientation. It's a 2-day course where they show you all the basics. And for all new parents and new leaders, I highly encourage that they take it, because it's going to show them all the basics from first aid, safety, hiking, cooking, cleaning. It really gets the basic done. So check out the council calendar for when the next BALOO courses are being taught. Oh, and I lost my earpiece. That's all right.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is our Popcorn 2020 campaign. We've got some great things going on. We actually had Pack 632 do an amazing thing with popcorn. Mr. Richard, what did they do again?
Yes, so 632, what they did was called a drive-by or drive-through popcorn sale. It was really cool, really Innovative, that was the word I was looking for. And what they did was they actually made flyers for each community. They're down in Hunters Creek, so they made flyers for each community that said, hey, we're doing a drive-through popcorn sale on this date from these times at their charter organization. And then they set up little roadside signs. They had the kids out there holding signs, and people were able to drive through and purchase their Cub Scout popcorn, which I think is important this year. I know we're missing our show and sells and being out in the community, but the community still wants to support us. So this is a great way. Put up some flyers, share it on Facebook, get everything out there, and just do a drive-through at your local in your local community.
Popcorn coming up the third weekend of October. We have our second Blitz weekend where scouts can actually earn the special coins/chips, and we're looking forward to seeing how that goes. We had hundreds upon hundreds of scouts earn those for the first Blitz weekend. We got the second Blitz weekend coming up, so looking forward to some more exciting news for Popcorn 2020. And the next thing is recharter. It's the big R. It's the word that we use. This is the time when your Cub Scout pack will look at its roster and see how many of your Cub Scouts will be moving forward in 2021. We hope it's all. We're looking forward to that. We hope more and more are keeping to join. So what we need your den to do, talk with your Cub Master, talk with your pack committee chair, and actually do roster checks. Make sure you're hitting every single scout, every boy, every girl. Make sure that they're on the roster so they can still have an amazing Cub Scout adventure.
Yeah, and the other thing is make sure all your adult leaders' youth protection is up to date.
Absolutely.
About 2 years ago was when they did the switch and everyone had to take it. So a lot of people's has expired already. And when you do that now, instead of when we start getting into the recharter really in depth, and then you get everything done, but you're waiting on one adult to take youth protection. So start with that now. Check the roster now. Do the youth protection now. It's going to make everyone's job a lot easier when it comes to recharter.
Absolutely. Some reminders that are coming up. We talked about the race into Cub Scouting. Your Cub Scout pack can win a Pinewood Derby car for every single Cub Scout in your pack. The pack in every single district that has the most scouts, most Cub Scouts, new Cub Scouts that join between August 1st and December 1st. By percentage, you're going to get a Pinewood Derby kit for every single youth in your Cub Scout pack. That's pretty cool, right?
That's incredibly awesome. Another quick reminder is the camping gear sale at the Scout store. It is going to expire on the 20th of October, so make sure you head on in there and get your camping gear. I did hear they are down to 2 canopies left.
So, wow. Yeah,
make sure you get those, and they have sold like 10 stoves or something like that. It's crazy. So,
and then the Halloween adventures we have at Camp Lenoci, it's amazing. We have in-person Halloween adventures that are happening the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th weekends of October. We also, the 5th weekend of October, Halloween weekend itself, we actually have a virtual component that's going to be happening and a drive-through haunted kind of forest thing, trail that you get to drive through Lenoci and a whole one side of our camp. I'm really looking forward to that. I know me and my Cub Scout and my entire family, we're going to be going to do that too also. So it's going to be really fun to see that.
Yeah, and I think they're going to have a commercial in next week's episode. Yeah. So we're super excited about that. And my final reminder for today is Light Fest is underway.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of us were out there from the office staff. We were out there last Friday. Pulling out stuff from the trailers and getting it all separated. So
3.5 million lights.
Yeah. So it's going to be a really, really cool time. Make sure you check out the website and find out more information there. So, Chris, that's about all I have for today.
I think so. We thank you so much for everything you're doing in Cub Scouting here in Central Florida. We look forward to more Cub Scouting adventures and a lot of Cub Scout excitement coming up. We did not see Gary today. Our technical director, John, who's talking to me right through the earpiece again, if you remember from last week, is telling me not to do this. But the blinds are closed, so I think that might have something to do why we can't see Gary. I don't know. What do you think? So,
that or it's that we're in executive mode without the uniforms on today.
That is true.
Maybe he's only attracted to uniforms. Maybe let's check that out again next week.
That is true. Maybe if we have our uniform shirt on, our Gary, our Cub Scout Wasp, will be able to come back. So, again, thank you so much for everything you do.
Awesome. See you guys on the scouting trail, and have a great day.
See you.